Respected Principal, Honorable Secretary, Head of the Departments, Deans, esteemed guests, distinguished faculty, dear students, good afternoon to you all. I welcome you back for the afternoon session of our one-day lecture sessions on innovation and entrepreneurships. Before proceeding to the speaker sessions, let me request our Dean, Innovation and Incubation Center Head, Dr. D. Krishnamohan sir, to introduce about our speaker for today afternoon session. Sir, if you can please.
Thank you. So, very good afternoon to all the participants. So it is my great honor to introduce our afternoon session resource person Dr. G. Chandra Reddy, Professor, ex-principal and present HOD of Mechanical Engineering, Yogi Vemana University College of Engineering, Kodatur. He did his BTech at NBKR Institute of Technology, Vidyanagar, and he did his MTech at REC Kurukshetra, and he did his PhD in SV University, Tirupati. He started his career as lecturer in KSRM College of Engineering, Kadapa in 1987, and later he promoted to associate professor in KSRMC College, and totally he worked at around 20 years in KSRM College of Engineering, Kadapa. Later, he worked as principal in Sri Vishweswaraya Institute of Science and Technology, Angallu, Madanapalli for 1 year. Later, he joined in Yogi Vemana University College of Engineering, Poduttur as professor and HOD of Mechanical Engineering in the year 2009. So later, he worked as principal for 6 years in Yogi Vemana University College of Engineering, and presently he is acting as professor and HOD of Mechanical Department. He is having total 35 years of teaching experience. He is working as consultant for many industries located at Hyderabad, Tirupati, and Produttur to solve their technical problems. He is having so many national and international societies memberships. He is a reviewer for many national and international journals. He did lot of research work in tribology, mission design, automobile engineering, machining process, and solar energy. He published around 60 research papers both in national and international journals. He also applied 9 patents. He is a very good academician and he received AP State Best Teacher Award in the year 2019. Out of all, he is my teacher during BTech and also he is my PhD guide. I am having good relation with sir from 1992 onwards. I personally feel he is one of the very kind, good-hearted person and he helps all his students and friends in financial matters. I thank the AITS management and principal for giving me an opportunity to introduce the resource person, Dr. G. Jayachandra Reddy sir. Thank you. Sir, I request you can start now, sir.
Raju,
Uh,
no, audible? Is it audible?
Yes, sir.
audible.
Okay,
Sir.
right.
Okay.
Good afternoon, all of you. Management, Anamachara Institute of Science and Technology, Principal, AITS, HOD of Mechanical Engineering Department, AITS, and the program convener, Dr. Krishnamohan Raju, and the program co-convener, Dr. P.B. Channaya, and other faculty members of mechanical and other branches, students of AITS, and other participants from the other colleges. Once again, good afternoon, all of you. Let me thank first the convener, Krishna Mohan Raj, and co-convener, Dr. PB Channaya, for inviting me to give a lecture during the impact lecture session on innovation and entrepreneurship one-day program. The topic of the lecture is innovation in engineering and technology. If you observe the title, the word is focusing is innovation. If you recollect or if you observe, generally this word is not that much familiar. The word that familiar is invention. I can say it is a misnomer. Invention and innovation are different words having a different meaning. If you want to know or discuss about innovation, then definitely invention is going to play an important role in it. So with this, let me start. What is invention? When you think or when you heard about this word invention, generally people come across a new product, a new thing in the mind, which does not exist earlier or otherwise. Number of definitions are available. Here I have taken only two definitions. Invention is defined as the creation of a product or the introduction of a process for the first time and solves a concrete problem with the means of technology. Being a mechanical engineer, I used to take almost all the words related to mechanical only. That is product, process, manufacturing, and so on and so forth. Please kindly bear with me if any participants there from the other branch of engineering. Please try to understand. At the end, I will try to clarify your doubts. So this is the meaning of invention. Is the creation of a product or introduction of a process for the first time to solve a problem by using a technology. Technology means science and its application, the technology. Or otherwise, the other definition is it is the act of bringing idea or ideas in a novel way to create something, that did not exist before. The something is nothing but a device, method, process, and so on and so forth. And generally, we know that the well-known quotation, necessity is the mother of invention. We used to talk about this sentence while designing any component during our lectures. So what is the motto? Why people are inventing and how the things are being invented by so many people? If you put this question, the answer is necessity. Necessity is the mother of invention. If you recollect, still we are not maybe come out of this Corona period. For the last 2 years, entire world suffered a lot related to this Corona its effect. By God's grace, here I am using the word God's grace. Within 1 year, in India, we could develop a vaccine not only one vaccine, 2 or 3 vaccines. If I'm right, one is a Covaxin, another is a Covishield. We could maybe I can say invent. We can produce so that useful for the entire humankind. So here, what I meant to say is
Excuse me, sir.
necessity. That means, please.
Video is not on, sir. Your video. Please on the video,
No,
sir.
PPT is coming.
there. PPT is there, sir. Your video, your face is not
Okay.
appearing here.
Okay. 1 minute, Raja.
Oh, okay.
No?
Now it is appearing,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. So what I meant to say is, definitely problems will be there. That problems we have to solve. While solving that problem, sometimes you have to search for the new things. That's what I can say, the invention. It is necessary to solve the problems. So to counteract that corona, we have invented 2 vaccines. One is Covishield, another is maybe the Covaxin. In other countries also might have produced their own vaccines, but only thing is a time difference. That's all. So similarly, if observe, just I'm coming back, or I can say, you can go through the important inventions and their inventors. Here you can see maybe the printing press, maybe the lightning rod, bulb, telephone, basketball, fluorescent light, iPhone, etc., etc. So many inventions are there.
Slide, sir. Sir, next slide, sir.
Right. Which in the next?
No, you are not switched, sir, to the next slide.
అవుతుంది నాకు ఇక్కడ అవుతుంది.
ఇక్కడ రాలేదు, sir.
It's changing, sir.
వస్తుందా? Right. So important inventions and their inventors, just roughly I have taken only few, only 8. If observe maybe the important events occurred for the last 200 years. So starting with 200 years back, steam engine, then development is railways, then around 1900s is telephone, then automobile, electricity. Then in 1980s it is computers. Now 2000 it is internet. Now 2020 we are expecting almost 5 fields: artificial intelligence, energy storage, robotics, right? Genome sequencing, blockchain technology, and so on and so forth. This is trending. That means always there exists a problem and people are searching for its solution and the invention. And other way also, the major breakthrough in the technology, just roughly I have indicated here. In 2010, you can observe telecom, that is communication technology, other technology and the media around 2020, right? And 2030 we are expecting the same thing, what in the previous slide I have explained. That is energy, healthcare, logistics, and the real estate and so on and so forth. Let me just to show some slides. Inventions, number of lakhs of inventions are there. Just I'm showing only a few, just out of interest only, please. Just I will go through quickly. I'm not going to read all these details. Just I will show. Just you have a glance over it. These are the various inventions. So, electric battery in 1800s. So Braille writing system in 1824. Then 1830, bullet, electric motor, 1834. The bicycle, 1871. And Alexander Graham Bell, telephone in 1876. And so on and so forth. You can browse and you can get a number of inventions. www, that is a World Wide Web in 1990. Linux in 1991, and so on and so forth. And this is the latest, maybe the inventions in the 21st century. And the last one here I have noted is neural networks and artificial intelligence in 2020 by Dept. So these are the various inventions. Lakhs of inventions are there. If you put the question, really all these are maybe materialized or channelized or useful to the human life. How many inventions are people are using maybe to increase their standards of living, human life. For all the humans throughout the world, how many inventions are maybe used? If you put this question answer is no. Although there are a number of inventions in the history, not every invention contributes to the technological development, and even some brilliant ideas also never widely used. This is nothing but history. If you go through, this is the history. That means not every invention changes the world. Not every invention changes the world. This is very, very important. So many examples are there. Here I would like to quote very few. If observe, very, very maybe national-wise in the world, if observe, Chinese had a very old civilization and also number of inventions, almost all the fields. The very old, maybe the inventions are here. I would like to quote. The one is paper making. The second is printing. Third is gunpowder and compass. Chinese contributed this to the world. But if I observe the history, with the invention of all these four, there is no significant change in the life of Chinese. If you observe, the life of Chinese is almost same for centuries. Though they have paper making, printing, gunpowder, and compass, and so on and so forth. The reason is people are not using this for their daily life. After centuries, once Europeans started using this gunpowder, then the Chinese identified their invention once again, and they started using this. So this is one example. What I mean to say is, sometimes though inventions are there, people are not using for centuries. This is one important. Similarly, if you recollect, the bulb, the light bulb, Thomas Alva Edison, one of the maybe the greatest scientist and inventor of so many components. Even scientist community has divided his maybe his work of inventions divided into 2 or 3 phases. Though he identified or invented the bulb, electric bulb, in his first phase of works, he could not commercialize this until his second phase. He could not convince the people to use that. So here we are crossing the word commercialization. This is very, very important. We know that commercialization. Commercial means money involves. That means Thomas Alva Edison tried to sell his bulbs to the community. It took almost 20 years. This is one example. So for the 20 years period, invention is only an invention. That's all. New thing. That's all. Not his society. Another is the zip fastener, which you have for our trousers or maybe the pants or for the zip bags or so many components. The Sandbag identified this in 1930. He tried to commercialize after inventing this zip fastener, but for him it took almost 4 years. That too, once he got maybe the permission from US Army to use this zip fastener for the army people uniform purpose. Here almost it took 4 years. Now another is we know that the Bell company is there. Bell company in US. They manufactured, they invented this transistor. They laid the foundation for the transistor technology, but they never used this for the application purpose. But a Japanese company, the Sony company, which is familiar, has acquired the license from the Bell company, and they started utilizing that. They introduced this transistor in the radio, and they manufactured the radio in the name of their company, Sony. Then only this Bell company identified the application of this transistor. Later only this IBM company utilized that to use these transistors in the computers. Similarly, another is a solar cell, a photovoltaic cell developed by the Bell Labs. Is not utilized fully to their extent. Still, it is only a licensor. And another is Xerox. Is also identified, maybe the invented, the laser printing technology. But almost it took 10 years to use this laser technology and printers, which now still people are using. So for 10 years, the technology is not utilized, or was not utilized fully. And another interesting, important point is the last one. In 1960, Corning developed a glass which is having more strength. That is a unscratchable glass in those days. That is in 1960s. It's a breakthrough in those days. He celebrated his achievement. But the next day he identified that there was no market for this unscratchable glass. Nobody came forward to utilize this. The automobile industry, that means for the cars or the jeeps or maybe the lorries, buses, the manufacturing companies turned their face to utilize this. Even the Corning approached the aerospace industry to introduce this unscratchable glass, but of no use. But as per history, if you observe, almost after 20 years or 25 years, around in 45 years, Steve Jobs, we all know that Steve Jobs is the co-founder of that Apple computer company. Steve Jobs, he called the Cornings and asked him to create a device that has to display just like a screen. And there they have invented the glass that is called Gorilla Glass. If you go through that maybe Corning and his team work, this Gorilla Glass was identified 20 years back, but it came to utilize in around 2000. So with all this, maybe the examples, what we can assess, what we can conclude is, sometimes people wanted it, a lot of people, it turned out. And that is the crucial difference. That means some people wanted it, the invention, but a lot of people turned out it. People wanted it, there is nothing but the inventor, I can say the inventor. Lot of people, there is a society who turned it out. And that is the crucial difference, where if you want to change the people to utilize that, already the invented, something must be there. Not the invention. Other important parameters there, which will make the people to use that. There is nothing but innovation. There is nothing but innovation. So invention now has become an innovation. So that with this innovation, what are the things invented by the inventors? People will come forward and they will try to use that. So this is the difference. As I come across the word Steve Jobs, Apple company, if you observe, there are two persons having the same almost names, the Steve Jobs and Steve Hacknecks. Here actually Steve Jobs is not an inventor. If you observe, Steve Hacknecks is a inventor. Steve Jobs is not an inventor. But actually, Ted Hoff is the inventor who invented this microprocessor in 1971. And maybe using this, Steve Hackney is designed or invented, I can say, Apple I and Apple II, which Steve Jobs utilized. and made all the people to use that computers, and not the Steve Hacknights. Steve Razu. అవునా వాక్యం బాగానే ఉంది ఒక్క నిమిషం మీ ఫ్రెండ్స్ అడుగు హలో సురేష్
Sir.
is it audible and visible?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir. It's clear, sir.
Right. Razu, please check your computer. Shall I proceed, please?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please, sir.
Visible, sir.
If you right, if you go through this history of this Apple computers, two persons are maybe played an important role and made the entire world to change their lifestyle. The one is maybe the dead half, or maybe his maybe the co-partner. That is Steve Hacknight, and the other person Steve Jobs. If you observe, just now I said we identified Steve Jobs is not an inventor. Is not an inventor. Here we can say he's an entrepreneur, whereas the other two persons are inventors. Sometimes if I observe the history also, inventors are they are crazy about their inventions. Always they will sit in the laboratory and they will try to work out to identify new things. That's the only job they are going to do. But how to make the people to utilize that, to increase the living standards of the people? There must be another person, and he has to do different job other than the invention. So here, the other person generally we call it the entrepreneur. And what this entrepreneur is going to do is nothing but innovation. Innovation. That means now the two words are there. One is invention by the inventor, and entrepreneur and the innovation. So if an invention lacks real life value for the user, it will be overtaken by the innovation that manages to satisfy the need of the people. So this is the place where we come as this word innovation. It is the bridge between the inventor and the people or the society. So now I can just show in the form of a slide or the diagram. New idea, the process of invention, and the process of innovation. The process of innovation will get innovation, and it is not possible directly from the new idea to the innovation. It's based on the majority of the situations. Just roughly I can indicate like this. Now what is innovation? Now you can see different maybe definitions. Now people started defining this innovation, which is the, I can say in my personal view, it is the bridge between the innovator and the people. That is who is making the people to use the invented things properly in their life to increase their life standards. This word, maybe the innovation come from the Latin innovare, that is introduction of new things, ideas, or the ways of doing something. This is the meaning of it. Now people started applying this innovation not only in one technical life, in the technical field. Now people have started applying this innovation. Now people are slowly changing the definition of innovation. Started applying to business, to make the profits, in politics, to gain the confidence of the people, the society, a pollution-free environment, and of course, in the science, to innovate the things so that they are going to pose the problems. So this is the innovation, meaning of it, or otherwise the relation between innovation and invention. Innovation is equals to invention plus commercialization. Here some people are using plus, some people are using maybe the multiplication. Invention, innovation equal to invention and commercialization. If there is no commercialization, zero, there is no maybe innovation, only invention is there. Nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that. If a commercialization is there, multiply with maybe the invention will get some value so that the people will start using this. So this is the relation between innovation and invention. In my view, innovation equal to invention and multiplication of commercialization, or rather just as a maybe to understand clearly, right? So invention, creation of a new idea, innovation, turning a new concept into a commercial success in the society. Just I have taken a wheel because a wheel is the almost like in the history the first and foremost invention, wheel and axle. Though they identified wheel and axle, for the centuries it was not used unless otherwise. If observe, once they started this to manufacture the bullock cart, almost it took centuries. Now the bullock cart is replaced by maybe the bicycle, the car, and so on and so forth. Now this is the innovation. Invention is the wheel. Innovation is the development and usage of that wheel in different forms, in a different equipment, so that which is useful to the society or the maybe the human life. This is the just an example I'm showing. This is the wheel and the motor car. Similarly, the latest one I have taken, that is a World Wide Web. This is the internet. So through this, now people are operating different Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, right, and so on and so forth. So World Web, right? World Wide Web is the invention, and whereas the other Facebook, Instagram, all these things are innovations. Similar other examples are this is the fire, then the candle, lantern, then the bulb. This is the innovation, bulb. Then the other thing is the development, or otherwise I can say the innovations which people, right, maybe he came forward to utilize that. The telephones, you can see telephone after maybe the invention telephone by Graham Bell. Now you see with utilization. While utilizing, people started improving that component. From now people are using cell phone. This is the latest one, smartphone. So I can say the Graham Bell, which he maybe the identified, maybe the or invented the telephone. This is the first one that is called invention. Remaining all are innovations. The cell phone is an innovation. This is maybe the development of that, right? So why this maybe just as always innovation term is comes with in parallel invention. Just or the importance of invention here, right? You can recollect. Actually, if you observe this innovation And invention have 3 points, 3 important points. One is both are new to the society. As innovation is new to the society, is it not? Once we have developed the modified the component, that becomes the new. So once we started using it, as the days progress, it becomes old. It becomes again people right will search for the new things or the new development in that. That means is a new one. Similarly, invention also a new one. Is it? Invention is by definition, I can say it's also a new one. And the innovation, what is going to do is going to add a value. Is going to add a value to it. That is for the invention. Innovation is going to add a value to the invention so that people will try to identify, and it will make the people to identify that added value of a component, so that it becomes a real part or a product in the world. That means innovation is will have 3 points. One is it's a new, it will have value, and it is real. People are using that. Similarly, the invention, so only thing is new. It has no value actually, unless otherwise it is coupled with innovation. It is first in the world, and also it is real means it is using technology. Invention is going to use the technology. So this is the main right relation between the invention and the innovation. For the invention, we require skill. It's a new concept. We have to use the scientific knowledge, and we don't know. While applying the scientific knowledge, sometimes we may get the expected results or unexpected results. If we recollect maybe while developing the IC engine, right? The scientist, once he started burning the fuel, almost the engine blasted. That is the unexpected result. So like that you can find right, not definite results, unexpected results we can. Then right, we have to search for other alternatives, and then we have to invent. And anyway, invention is the maybe the last one, building block for the innovation, or the importance of innovation. The ultimate important is it is making the people to use that. The innovation is going to add a value to the invention, and also it contributes something to the growth of the company. That means by using this innovation, the company is going to be benefited. And the other important point is you can exhibit your skills so that you can modify the component, and you can attract the people to use that. And also you can, by innovation, you can change the culture of the maybe the people who involved in bringing that component into the society. So these are the few important points, and this is the comparison. This just now what I explained. I put it in a comparison manner, or the meaning, what is it, concept, skills required, and so on and so forth, activities. Why the innovation we require? Generally, so far what we have discussed, just in relation with this invention, I explained or discussed. Innovation is invention, and commercialization is the factor. Now, the other way, if you look in the present competitive world, companies need to constantly innovate. Innovate. Here the word is very, very important. Innovate. To keep pace with the changing tastes and the preference of the customer. Not only customer, but also from the competitor. who is in the same industry, and also to adopt rapid changes in the technology. For example, if you take a toothpaste, so many companies are there. So many companies are there. So how to compete all this? How to attract the people? If you observe the Colgate company is maybe utilizing the media, new concept. Is your toothpaste is having a salt or not? A simple quotation. So they are maybe attracting the people to buy the toothpaste. This is what I can say. This is nothing but innovation. Innovation. Attracting the people or reaching the component to the user. That is very, very important. At the same time, to ahead with maybe the other companies. Second, this is one important point. To identify the taste of the customers and to compete with the other industries, other companies of the same field, and to adopt the rapid changes. We need the innovation. We need the innovation. Otherwise, definitely we are going to be in the losses. The second point, the other important point is sometimes some companies will launch a product. The product may be successful. The product may be successful. It does not mean that it will be forever. It will be forever. That is very, very important. For example, if I observe Nokia cell phone is one of the maybe successful one in the cell phone field, but thereafter, as he not adapted the taste of a customer and the new technology changes. Nowadays, we cannot find any Nokia cell phone. Now you can find only Samsung or other Apple companies and so on and so forth. What was the reason? The reason is the innovation. The reason is innovation. As the company not followed the innovation, it was faded. That is the answer. And third important point is, company need to develop a failure tolerant culture in the innovation. A failure and tolerant, no doubt. If you go through the history of the bulb invented by that Edison, almost, if I'm right, almost 1,000 times he failed. 1,000 times. 1,000 times. As he has a tolerance, patience, we could achieve finally. So this is very, very important. Failure tolerance culture is very, very important, maybe for the inventor and also for the company. Here I can say company is following to follow the innovation. That means while doing innovation, you may get failure. You need not get depressed with that failures. Again, we'll start. We'll innovate. So innovation and failure are as they are closely associated with each other. By using this innovation process, we'll increase the tolerance, that is the failure tolerance of the maybe the working people in the company, so that which is very, very useful for the company to grow forever. So these are the important points related to innovation. So far I explained, I differentiated invention and innovation, and why this innovation we require, and what is the difference between maybe the invention and the innovation. As I just now said, this innovation is not only related to maybe the mechanical field or the devices or the components. Now people started applying this to different fields. Why I'm telling this is, if you go through how many different types are there, the innovations, how many types are there? There is no clear-cut classification for this, because now people started applying this to various fields: the business field, technology field, social field, right, society, and so on and so forth. So this we have classified. A number of varieties are there. Just I have taken 3 or 4 maybe the methods, different types of innovations. First category is a general classification: social innovation, institutional innovation, and technological innovation. This is one variety. The same thing, that means clubbing all these 3. Another is this is a business point of view: incremental innovation, disruptive innovation, architectural innovation, and radical innovation. 4 varieties are there. These are most popular 4 varieties. These are based on existing technology and the market. This is very, very important, all these 4. And another is, again, all these 4 is divided into number of product innovation, process innovation, business innovation, technology innovation, system innovation, organization innovation, service innovation, environmental innovation, and so on and so forth. Almost 10 to 12 innovations are there. Here I mentioned only 8. Here I'm going to concentrate mainly on this market-based category, that is incremental, disruptive, architectural, and radical innovation. And slightly I'm going to touch this product innovation and the process innovation. And the first one is social innovation, industrial innovation, and technology innovation. Please, once again, I'm repeating this. That is, innovation is just, I can say, it is the bridge between the end user and the inventor. But people started applying this in different directions. Right? Institutional. This is one of category: institutional, social, and technological. This is nothing but institutional. Institutional here is nothing but a company, or an education institution, or any industry, or a government, or a team. Now, how to apply this innovation? For example, if Indian cricket team is playing a game, against some X company, maybe the country, this innovation is going to play an important role. What this innovation do is how to improve the standard of a player, so that we will try to win the game. One way is physical fitness. What are the modern techniques? Then the food, the training. Here, training in the sense means who is the opponent. That we have to identify who is the opponent, and we have to identify what are the weaknesses as a whole team or individual person or the player. What are the weak points, and so on and so forth. If you observe this ongoing South Africa Indian match, if I'm right, captain as a maybe out for the last 3 innings in the same fashion. Outside the off stump ball, going for hitting, taking the edge, and he's going out. So this is very, very important. This is innovation we have to identify. In the next match, we have to clarify. This is nothing but innovation process. And each and every point we have to analyze, we have to design, and you have to use that. This is very, very important. Just an example, right? I quoted this. This you can apply. For example, if maybe government is there with so many policies and procedure structures, is going to maybe the govern is going to rule the society, the people. We have to identify that how the people are missing these policies or the procedures, or is there a lapse in the structure? All these things. But every point, if you innovate, if identify the changes any requirement, this is nothing but institutional innovation. For this, actually, in order to do all these exercises, we need funding. Generally, funds they are going to generate from their own resources or from the other agencies. This is just now what I said, institutional. The social innovation. Social, that is society. What the society maybe the required. Society can suffer so many people. Maybe the young people, elder people, old people, right? And so on and so forth. Educated, well educated, all these things. Please, any doubts? Please, some disturbance is coming here. Suresh? Suresh?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir. Clear, sir.
Hello, Suresh?
Yes, sir.
Sir, carry on, sir.
Sorry, sir.
Right.
Someone unmuted.
Right. How to improve the quality of life of a people in the society? This is actually the problem. Supplying a clean water, right? Maybe the pollution-free air, and so on and so forth. If you take society, so many problems are there. By one technique is by innovation. In order to
Sir, excuse me, sir. Sir, I think your mic got muted.
now it's okay, right?
Yeah, sir. Clear,
Suresh,
clear.
right.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Another is technological innovation. And technological innovations, you can find different technologies people are using in phones, maybe their tabs, software, and also in the pharmaceutical field and manufacturing process, etc., etc. If we require, right, generally we'll try to adapt. We'll try to identify a new technology so that useful for the society. Right? Maybe Corona to attack, maybe to pacify that. We identified 2 vaccines. This is nothing but a new technology. Pharmaceutical companies, right? Their R&D departments have worked for almost 1 year. They got permission from the government, and maybe after testing it so many times, 2 or 3 times, right? On different set of people, right? We got it. Now this is the second variety of innovation classification. One is incremental, another is disruptive, third is architectural, the fourth is radical innovation. These are the 4 important innovations, and this mainly the 2 important, almost all industry people are using these incremental innovation and disruptive innovation. This is based on the maybe the market and the complexity, or otherwise I can say in the other words, it is between the market and the technology. Please, if you observe the right hand side, extreme right hand side, this is actually called innovation matrix. Innovation matrix. So market is existing market, a new market we are expecting, existing technology or new technology. If you observe this, if a technology is existing, I'm using the same, that's called a incremental innovation. I'm using new technology in the existing market, that's called a disruptive innovation. I'm using existing technology, I'm exploring new market, that's called architectural innovation. And if both the technology is new, so that the market is also new, that is called radical innovation. Radical innovation. So I'm going to explain these four. Right? This is the incremental innovation. The name itself indicates increment. That means we are going to add to the existing. If observe, this is nothing but what we are using is we are using existing technology, and which is maybe after producing the product, we are going to use in the existing market. We are not expecting any new market for that component. Both are same. That is, both are old. Market is old. That is existing. Technology is old. That is existing technology we are using. That. Only thing is we are going to add the features, maybe slight development of the existing component. It is called incremental innovation. Incremental innovation. A smartphone. Now you can see the functioning is same. Only thing is different applications we are adding. For example, previously it was only a phone. Is only a phone. Now you can find a phone with a touch, right? Now the other day you can find a phone with touch plus maybe the camera. Now you can find a phone with a touch with the camera plus maybe the two lenses, or a phone maybe the camera with additional resolution, right? Or a phone with maybe the curved shape, right? Edges are curved. Is it not? Aesthetic look, increasing the aesthetic look. So like that, maybe we are going to change the existing component slightly, right? And we are going to sell this in the existing market. That's called the incremental, maybe the innovation. There are so many examples are there. Just I can say this is the incremental. This is the maybe I can say the innovation and the invention. And here you can see, right? There's a change. Only the function is same. The cycle it will have mainly the two wheels and the bar and the seat and the pedal. The same. One thing is it is modified. Instead of spokes, you can see the frame. Is it not? Right? Cycle. And here the football. Maybe the basketball. The old one is this. New one is with a different technology. Different technology. Is that not? Right? So this is the another is this you can see the gillet maybe the blades which people are using for shaving purpose. Initially it is one blade. Now it is right, two blades or three blades. The frame is flexible. So all these are nothing but we are adding to the existing ones. We are just how we are going to get all these things. What made the companies are changing their maybe the design? The answer is the feedback from the customer. That's the only answer. So frequently we have to. This is nothing but innovation. We have to innovate. We have to identify the method so that we have to get the feedback whether we are going to satisfy maximum number of maybe the customers or not. We are maybe meeting the fulfillment of the customer or not. We get the feedback. According to feedback, we have to change the design. Right? We have to test. We have to maybe apply in the market. So this is the gillet and maybe the bulbs, LED bulbs, LCD bulbs, fluorescent bulbs. Is it not? And the cell phones. Just now explained. There is another insulin pump is there. So this is very important. Commonly you can find this incremental innovation. Then this is a disruptive innovation. This is nothing but maybe the new technology we are going to use so that we are going to develop a product, and the market is same. Market is same. There is no change in the market. That means there is no change in the people. What are the people using? The same people, right? Will try to use this. The disruptive. This is nothing but I can say maybe the invention. Here, invention is going to play an important role. Now, if I observe the example which here I would like to quote is Amazon. Amazon company, you know that, right? You can order and you can buy anything, is it not? Now you can see now the book selling, book used to purchase this one technology, or otherwise maybe to the publisher or printer. If you send the money, he will send the you by post. This one technology, this oldest one. Now Amazon what it's doing is right. It is utilizing the maybe the right iPhone, the technology, internet technology, so that you can get the book as early as possible through this. They are old, market is old, but technology is new. So this is called a disruptive innovation. These are the examples. These are sustainable technology. This I can say uh, maybe the existing technology. You can see the taxi now Uber is using without purchasing any maybe the vehicle. Uber, Ola, they are managing. They are linking the people with the vehicles. This is nothing but a new technology. New technology. Market is old. Market is old. Netflix. Now you can see this is seeing the movies. Now you can see a movie in your mobile. How? New technology. That is a Netflix. Netflix. The market is same. That is only the viewers. Initially, they used to go to theaters and they watch the movies. Now it is different. Now it's different. This is the example for the disruptive technologies. So this is now in the coming years, people will try to use these technologies so that it comes under a disruptive technology where you can find so many applications. Almost, I can say, once again, disruptive innovation also, different technologies are there. And so that, right, you can use it as a new technology and you can serve the people in the same market. And the third one, architectural innovation. Architectural innovation is a market is new, but the technology is old. Technology is old. This is nothing but just once again Amazon. If you take recently, they have entered into a medical field, medical care technology. Maybe the linking the doctors, pharmaceutical, maybe the shops, medical shops, and the patient. Technology again, internet technology. Technology is same, but market is new. There's a new market for them. They are creating a new market, a medical field, so that the patient can get better treatment from the doctors. Same time, within no time, he can get the medicines. So this is nothing but architectural innovation. This is another example. Another example. Watches. You can say nowadays you can find the smartwatch. Is it not? Smartwatch, which will have so many features. By using this watch, you can, just like it is a computer, just like a computer in a hand, just like a mobile phone. Even if you, right? If you want, you can call a person also. In olden days, the watch is only a watch just to know the time only, or at the most date and day. That's all. Now you can see. You can see. The technology is right, new, old technology, the same watch, but market is right, new. Only the market here new in the sense means only above middle class people now are able to purchase now. Definitely one day the other day it may reach even the right below poverty line people also. So another component is maybe the mouse. It is having a maybe they are connected to the computer now. It is a cordless right, mouse you can find. This is another one. This is the radical innovation, the fourth one. The radical innovation. This is not the market is new, technology is new. Market is new, technology is new. The best example for this is in the transportation field. If you observe, it may be a road transport, or maybe road or a sea transport for so many decades, maybe for so many centuries. Thereafter, once the Wright brothers identified, maybe the invented the aeroplane, then the transportation field, right? We got another mode of transportation through air. This is radical innovation. By having maybe the aeroplane, another field has created the manufacturing of aeroplanes, aerodrums. Is it not right? A link between the different countries, right, and the services. So this is what we can say the radical innovation. With one component of invention, right, we can create a new market, new life standards, and so on and so forth. This is radical. Nowadays, I think so. I'm not finding any radical innovation. We hope that in future it may come. Or some people are treating this only. The second was people are telling the example Netflix, but I can say Netflix is only another form of innovation. That is, the technology is different, market is old. Just now, what I explained, that comes under this. But in some, right, maybe in cases people are using this Netflix as a radical innovation, right? But I can say only the aeroplane innovation is the radical innovation. And the other way of classifying discontinuous classification of innovation, there are two ways. One is maybe the customer perspective point of view, and the other is the company perspective point of view. The same thing, the same points which we have discussed, right, about this innovation, 4 innovations. Those are the things. But some people are presenting this in a different way. This continuous and dynamically continuous as a customer point of view, and the company point of view, product. That is a product replacement, a new product and modifications just now explained. That is incremental, and the new product line. That is a new innovation, right? And maybe new to the world product. So there is nothing but radical innovation. These are the 4 varieties in the perspective of a company point of view. Then another is this, another type of innovation. Incremental innovation, already explained this. And a breakthrough innovation. This is nothing but radical innovation, breakthrough innovation. Strategic innovation. This is nothing but this is I can say to compete with the other companies of the same industry in the same field, that we are going to use innovation to capture the more market. That is called a strategic innovation. We have to identify. Just now I explained the Colgate toothpaste is going to give advertisement that is your maybe the toothpaste having maybe the salt or not. Is it not? This is one strategy, right? This is one strategy. Similarly, Ramdev Baba is producing products by using the maybe sentiments of one sector of people. Is it not? Right? So this is nothing but a strategic innovation. And now the same things, another point of view, product innovation. Just now explained whatever the innovations we have explained in another form, another category, product innovation. The name itself indicates we are going to change the product. That's called a product innovation. Maybe the product, the size may be changed, the shape may be changed, or some new features may be added. For example, if you take a soap, previously it was a bar, and now you can find a liquid soap. Initially, the other way also. Initially, we used to have a soap of a medium size. Now you can find a soap of a very small in size. And shampoo. Now shampoos you can find a different colors. Is it not? A different smell, fragrance, right? So this is the product innovation. Only thing is to attract the market, other people. And the process innovation. This product innovation. Just I will show the diagram. These are the different products. The Gillette razor, you can see the product innovation. I can say almost the incremental innovation is the product innovation. The process innovation. This actually identified by the Ford while manufacturing the automobiles. For assembling, he used to take almost 12 hours. One day, accidentally, he went to a grain warehouse. He identified the conveyor belt system in a grain warehouse, and he applied that to the automobile industry so that he could reduce the time allows to, you can see, 1.5 hours. That's why sometimes he's called Henry Ford is called the father of the process innovation. Here only thing is time reduction so that more profits. All right. The other example is cow milking. Generally, even nowadays also, right? People are using manually drawing the milk from the cow. And now, if more cows are there, then people are going for a device. This is not a process, manual or a device. In automobile also, manual assembling line or automated assembly line. There is nothing but a robots. Just I will show. This is the process innovation. Left hand side you can see is the oldest one, a manual assembly line, and now it is replaced completely by robots. Just this is the comparison between the product and the process. Now product innovations. Just I have given the examples. Now third one is the business. The name itself indicates business innovation. This is nothing but how to improve the market, how to improve the profits. This is nothing but once again a model we have to develop, which consists of this product or process innovation, or maybe a combination. Now, this is a general applicable to, maybe already explained this, maybe to the Uber or Ola, or maybe hotel markets, or hotel industry, or tourism industry. How to improve this, right? This is by using both the models. And these are the examples for the business innovation. The fourth one is technology innovation. This is nothing but a smart with a watch. Technology innovation. Purpose is same, but technology is different, so that you will get extra features. Technology innovation. These are just this is a digital technology integrated with the other technology. There's nothing but, see, a smartphone is having a compass and a voice communication, or maybe a camera. There's nothing integrating 2 or 3 features in one. This is called integrative innovation. This organizational innovation. In the organization, you have so many, maybe the departments. And each and every department try to identify the new methods, so that means new product or new process if necessary. You can reduce the risk of the worker, increase the profit. Then this is called organizational motivation. This can apply to even for our educational institutions also. I can say during the COVID period, people used to apply this online classes. I can see even we are organizing these seminars, right? On the symposiums, workshops through online. This is called webinars. Webinars is a new technology. Social innovations. Yes, already explained this. Right? In society, so many problems are there. How to encounter all these problems. Right? That you can identify a process. That's called a social innovation. For example, education. How to increase the education. One is making the people to come to maybe the school. That means give the facility. There is a free food, free meals, and then no fees, or maybe government is going to pay the fees. So like that, this is nothing but innovation, right? Yeah. Now, in order to compete with the private sector, government is building a beautiful, maybe providing infrastructure to the students in the government colleges, government schools. This is nothing but one innovation. This comes under social innovation. And the service innovation, this is actually related to the maybe to the society once again. Service to the poor people, service to the patients, service to the physically challenged people, right? Service to the orphans. Service, so that in this field also you can identify and you can get. And finally, the environment innovation is very important for the society to live in peacefully. But we require a good environment. a good drinking water we require, a safe place we require, is it not? And maybe the free air, unpolluted air, pollution-free air we require, and so on and so forth. How to provide all these things? For this, we require one innovation, one technique, so that you can apply this. Put together all these things comes under. They are interlinked, social, right? Maybe the environment, organization, everything is interlinked because everything is related to economy. There is money involved. How to generate money? That is a entirely different issue. So these are just again maybe examples for different innovations. And some people are quoting maybe 10 innovation types are there, just now which I have explained. They have divided into 4 categories. All right, the business module, networking module, offering module, delivery module, all these things. This is another pattern. Now this is the final diagram, which I can say science basic core. Then engineering is application, life sciences. Now information and communication. These are the 3 spheres. With these 3, you can see the technologies: material technology, mechanical, mechatronics, nanotechnology, electronics. You can see so many spheres are there. And then with all the spheres now, you can see, right, different fields: health, food, mobile, communication, energy, transportation, aerospace, environmental. So many fields are emerging out. We don't know. In future, one more line will come beyond this also. This is nothing but once again, we have to identify innovation. You apply, that means the design, apply, test it, and implement it. Finally, what is the conclusion? Finally, this is the conclusion. Apply the 4 process concurrently at the same time during the development of innovation projects. The science we have to apply, the technology you have to apply, right? Invention, then entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship consists of a number of parameters: market, finance, and support from the family members, from the government, right, and so on and so forth. So this is the conclusion. We have to apply all these things. That is nothing but right, invention, knowledge, and innovation. Then only you are going to become a good entrepreneur. Otherwise, it is not good. So this is the 2 important parts which I would like to quote related to the market and right, sustainability of the, right, maybe the customer point of view. These are the 2 points. Right, and this ends my lecture, and I hope I have covered the maximum points which, right, I would like to quote. Any queries? I would like to answer. Raju? Suresh? Hello, Suresh, Raju? Anybody, please?
Yes, sir.
Please. This ends my lecture.
please.
Any queries? Always welcome, so that useful for all the persons.
Someone unmuted and they are supposed to speak. Please, you can ask questions.
If no more questions.
So, yes, sir. I hope no questions.
Right. Once again, I thank the organizers,
yes, sir,
especially the convener, Krishna Mohan Raju, and his co-convener, PB Chennaiya, and maybe the coordinator, Suresh, and the HOD, the principal, right, and other faculty members, students, for giving this opportunity to share my knowledge, right, at this juncture. Right. Thank you. All the best.
Thank you
Enjoy
very
the
much,
day.
sir.
Right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank
Sir,
you.
let me close the session with a small vote of thanks. Sir, it's been a great honor to express my vote of thanks on this occasion. First of all, a big thank you to our today's afternoon session speaker, Dr. Jaya, sir. He is the man who we admire a lot, and he is the person who we take it as granted our own, sir. And the way how he explored today's topic, innovation in engineering and technology, the differentiation, how he discussed the content with the invention and innovation means a lot, sir. You just started showing the how to generate an idea, how to invent, and how to use that for innovation. That is extremely awesome, sir. Thank you very much for accepting our invitation and gracing this occasion and giving a lecture beautifully and so meaningfully on the topic innovation in engineering and technology. Further, I would like to thank our principal, Dr. S.M.V. Narayana Garu, for his valuable encouragement towards his webinar session. I would like to acknowledge our gratitude to Sri Reddy Garu, Honorable Secretary, Annamachar Educational Trust, for creating opportunity to this kind of knowledge sharing events. And also, I would like to thank our Dean, Innovation and Incubation Center, Dr. D. Krishnamohan Raju, sir, who kept all his efforts to come through for this kind of lecture sessions. Finally, I would like to take this opportunity to thank our institute, Annamachar Institute of Technology and Sciences, who are kind enough in organizing this kind of technical lecture sessions for the benefit of students and faculty in and around. Last but not least, who are very important to this session, I would like to thank all the student participants and faculty participants who participated corners of the state and other states also. Thank you very much, each and everyone. We'll meet again some kind of technical sessions like this. Thank you everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Right. Thank you. Shall I close?
Yes, sir.
Also.
Please, sir.
You can close, sir, but for participants, we will issue the certificate.
Okay. Right. I will close this.
Okay.
Participants, can anyone access the chat box? See, to issue a participation certificate for you, we have created a feedback link, and you can see that feedback link on the screen. That feedback link, you can copy it. It's provided in the chat box.
So chat box is not available for us, sir.